Hunters, welcome back. I know it's been a while since I've been on Monster Hunter, but Title Update 5 is here, and it brings some awesome new monsters to hunt, armors to craft, and jewels to build. Just before we get started, I just want to thank you all for always supporting my channel by watching, sharing, and liking the videos. I know I've been trying Wild Hearts and working on other content, but Monster Hunter will always be the root of this channel. So let's grab a wire bug and head on out. Today we're here for a quick talk about one of the new jewels that came with Title Update 5 for all you amazing Insect Glaive gamers. Title Update 5 brought us a new Rampage Deco specific for Kinsects. It's one of the only ways to buff Kinsect damage, and I will say, it's pretty darn strong. The Kinect Supercharge makes your Kinsects consume extra stamina, but it almost doubles the damage of their attacks. It gives your Kinsect a 1.8 times multiplier to all physical Kinsect damage, including the Wirebug Awakened Kinsect attack. Now by physical, I just want to specify here that I am pointing out specifically the Powder Bomb. This one is different. The Powder Vortex Bomb for both the Bilbo Bricks and Lady Tower are scaled slightly differently. They have roughly a 1.55 multiplier, so it's a little bit less, but it's still significant. Additionally, the base blast damage that comes with the Bilbo Bricks Powder Vortex does not change since it's a blast proc and not directly related to the Kinsect. So for all Kinsects, I do think this is a worthy Rampage Deco to use. Speed Kinsects with their high rate of damage will be great. The passive extra damage of assist Kinsects now deal more damage than that first light attack slash, which is kinda nuts. And of course, as you saw, the Powder Vortex Kinsects are wild with bombs. Now, of course, the only drawback with this deco is that it's a level 2 Rampage deco, so this begs the question if there are viable glaives to use with this, and the answer is all of them. Because of the choreocrafting update that we got last title update, you now have the ability to add or upgrade Rampage slots with your weapon choreocrafting. So any weapon that has a level 1 slot, I highly recommend you just use the upgrade, get it to that level 2 Rampage deco, and throw this deco on. With the choreocrafting system now in place and even better jewels being added to the game, I think the Rampage slot for this Kinsect is a worthy cause. Yes, you may be dropping some of those anti-monster damage boosters, but keep in mind that those only granted you a 5% raw damage boost. So Kinsects, especially the speed Kinsects, which hit so many more times, are definitely going to give you more than that 5%. Now quite honestly as well, there's so many more ways to boost your overall raw damage now, it's quite insane. Even with the new weapon choreo system from Title Update 4, you can upgrade your weapons even more and you automatically are granted extra damage and sharpness. Now that alone kind of subsidizes the 5%, so using this Rampage slot for the Kinsect is a worthy sacrifice to boost your overall passive damage, especially with this being one of the only ways to boost Kinsect damage, and thankfully, it's a significant amount. Now the last question I'm sure you guys have is if it boosts element and blunt damage. Unfortunately, the answer is no. Absolutely no difference in element damage coming from the Kinsect. Blunt damage is also a no unless it's so minor that it's only affecting a 3rd or 4th KO on a monster. I'm just putting this out there because I want to disclose that I couldn't exactly test that. It's kind of hard to test 3 and 4 KOs on a monster. Most likely, you're going to kill a monster with the Insect Glaive before you get a 3rd or a 4th KO. So it's basically a no. Your 1st and 2nd are not affected. Just to add my opinion for Capcom, I did wish it boosted element and blunt damage, even by like 10 or 20%. I think it would be great. Element especially because it isn't exactly the best or most optimal Kinsects to use. So this kind of Rampage jewel would have been an excellent opportunity for Capcom to add some value to the severed Kinsects, especially this late in like Rise's development. But alas, maybe in Monster Hunter 6. So overall, this is a great glaive jewel, absolutely fantastic way to get some extra passive damage, and as I mentioned before, it's because there's so many other ways to enhance your own damage. I think boosting the passive Kinsect damage is a great use of the Rampage Deco slot. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to drop a like and share the video to your fellow glaive hunters. With Title Update 5, I will see if I can make a list of recommended skills or like a skeleton build for you guys. I know many of you have asked for some builds or some updated builds, but it's been very difficult with choreocrafting simply because it's almost impossible to replicate with the amount of farming it takes. That being said, I'll do my best to hopefully provide a skeleton build for you guys, just something to guide you along. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care, stay safe, and keep hunting. Sky Sensei is out.